So a new Pokemon Presents is happening today, here shortly, actually. I don't really have a way to do an intro to this, quite frankly. I wish I did, but I really don't here. But anyway, I hope you're doing well today. Reggie Nishar. I can't wait for the Pokemon Platinum DLC for BDSP for the low price of $30 per game. Imagine. Or Pokemon Dash 2. Yeah, that's what we should totally expect here. Hello as well, Lancer. Hope you are doing well today. Yeah, I feel like this is probably going to be like a Legends Arceus DLC. Maybe they'll discuss events for BDSP. Or when they're actually going to, launch the rest of the game, like the GWS, that still isn't out for it for whatever reason. So, there's that. I don't know if there's going to be anything completely new. It's apparently going to be like a 14-minute long presentation, so maybe there will be something completely new. I think that the only thing that could really hype me up would be, Explorers DX or something like that. Calling Pokepark 3 finally coming out, that'd be interesting. Mystery Dungeon for Gen 8 is a nice bonus. It'd be cool to see an Explorers DX. I see that some people have been slapping around the idea of Gen 9 with this reveal. I really hope it's not. I swear, freaking, I see diehard Pokemon fans constantly asking for so much, like, as soon as they can. So, like, the ones that are already asking for Gen 9, it's like, why? Why would you do that? Oh, speaking of the diehard Pokemon community, I just a few minutes ago, I received another not too out of the ordinary comment on my Pokemon video essay, just saying instant dislike. Yeah, I'm glad to see that the diehard Pokemon community is the same as always. So there's that. There's that right there. I wonder if I'm gonna have to refresh the page or what's going on here. But yeah, it's apparently Japan only, so it also might be completely irrelevant. I heard that, but now there's this version here, and it says it's in English here. So, like, oh, well, cool. Time for some, like, elevator music, I guess, basically. Pokemon teaches typing too. Yeah, that's what we really gotta see. Just had Arceus even Game Freak know not to rush these things? Are you sure, considering there's an annual release schedule, basically? Because 2018 was Let's Go, 2019 was Sword and Shield, 2020 was Sword and Shield DLC, 2021 was Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and then 2022 is Pokemon Legends Arceus. They are pushing a annual release window rather than actually finishing any of the games. is kind of the thing. Kind of just pushing out their games in whatever state that they're in so that they can get that annual release window, or get like the kind of paired release window that BDSP and Legends Arceus had going on. That is something that I'll be detailing in the Pokemon Legends Arceus video essay. I was up late last night working on a video essay, not the Legends Arceus one, but a different one for a project called Pixelmon, which is supposed to be like a metaverse NFT Pokemon fan game kind of thing. And it's been getting some attention for the wrong reasons over the past couple days after it revealed a lot of its artwork, and people are realizing that they might have just wasted their money. So that's a thing, Bob, in a video essay that I've been working on a little bit recently that that's semi-interesting. So I was wrapping up the main part of that at like 3 a.m. last night, and yeah, I probably should have gone to sleep at a more reasonable hour. After this is done, I might just go to sleep again. Well, after work on like a thumbnail and stuff like that for this, maybe. We shall see here. Yeah, they didn't make BDSP, but the only time that it was, given to a different group is by an outsourcing company that's actually never made a video game before, So so there's that. There's that right there.
Hello everyone.
Here, I'll turn it up.
Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27th, is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series.
Wow.
We've now reached our 26th year since the birth of Pokemon, thanks to the support of all you trainers around the world.
Yugi can, by the way.
Thank you, each and every one of you. Today, we would like to present the latest updates on a number of games. So I hope you'll watch to the very end.
Yeah, remember when Pokemon games were actually good? Yeah, I remember. Oh, that's creepy. Is that CGI or is that an actual robot?
Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. Allow me to jump straight into sharing the latest updates with you all. First,
Usually for these kinds of things, you hear a bit of the original voices in original language and then the translated version. I'm not hearing like the original at all, and I find it very jarring. It's like they completely muted the original, and it's very weird. Oh boy, Gen 7 in Pokemon GO. Wow. You know, they could actually change the game around to be more accommodating with other generations. Like for example, the species or evolution line candy in the early days of Pokemon GO was feasible back then, like back when it was just the original, you know, 151 and such, or 150, I guess. I don't know if Mew was in the game from launch, but the species or evolution line candies in the beginning of Pokemon GO was feasible. But as they've added more and more generations, the idea that you need to keep on catching more and more of the exact same species or evolution line in order to continue to level it up and get stronger is absolutely ridiculous as they're getting into like 7 generations, you know? They should really change it to like type candies. Like let's say you catch a Bulbasaur, then you should get like 2 grass candies, 1 poison candy, rather than 3 Bulbasaur candies or whatever the heck, you know? Like the fact that they haven't made changes like that to be more accommodating to their systems in the long term just shows a complete lack of care and is just so dumb. Anyway. Yeah, well, like Pokemon go away, yeah, well.
Special outfit. This sync pair can turn the field of play into psychic terrain.
Pokemon Masters was kind of interesting, but
Skyla and Tornadus also debut, with Skyla in a special outfit. This sync pair can turn the field of play into
I really like the music. Pokemon Masters has to be like one of my favorite Pokemon OSTs, and the fact that it's an app rather than one of the games is, well, certainly something.
Raihan in a special outfit. With moves like Sandstorm and Max Flare,
well,
they can create several weather conditions.
Is Alder not in Masters?
That's surprising. Pokemon Masters EX.
Actually, the game looking better than BDSP.
No cost.
Yep, a lot better than BDSP.
After this presentation ends,
wow, there's not even enough space on my phone for Pokemon Masters anymore.
We have a variety of other content
celebrates 2.5 years. Usually when you do a celebration, you celebrate like at full years. Pulling a 0.5 year celebration out of your arse sounds like the kind of thing that Pokemon would do.
The puzzle game where you mix and match alongside Pokemon. Introducing Deliveries, a new way to play. Helper will deliver drinks and dishes to Pokemon far away and spread word.
They're really trying to push this whole Pokemon Café mix thing that people continue to not really care all that much about. Like they've already completely rebranded this this video game here. I guess maybe I'll turn off the Doogie Cam if the Doogie goes.
Mythical Pokemon Victini
readjusting
for the first time in Pokemon Café.
Like they've already rebranded this game to try to get people's attention, and they're still trying to use every presentation to desperately be like, this game still exists, please play it.
There will be 3 events to celebrate Pokemon Day.
Anyway, we today celebrate his 3.63 year anniversary. Yeah, imagine.
There will be a 7-day special login bonus, and on your first login, you can get Bulbasaur's limited time celebratory crown outfit. For the second event, there is an increased chance of shiny Piplup appearing.
It's a celebration kind of thing.
4 days, Shiny Piplup will have a greatly
just the Doogie
increased
Cam over,
chance
my
of
chair
showing
kind
up
of
in
blocks
your
her a
café.
bit.
Use this opportunity to have it join your staff. And for the third event, you can use an 11 times
just relaxing here next to me. You can only see her back end right now.
We'll give you the chance to try out the new delivery feature 11 times. You won't want to miss
Well,
this.
give you the chance to try the new delivery feature 11 times? That's a weirdly specific number. Did they put on like a blindfold and aim at a dartboard for how many times they were gonna let players do the new delivery feature? I didn't mishear that, right? Are they gonna give like any new maps to Pokemon Unite? How many months has it been now? And they still only have like the one standard map and that's it. And then like a couple different quick play maps. There's still only one map in this game.
Form a team and battle.
But yeah, feel the Pokemon Company really doesn't understand who tunes into these presentations. Probably not the people who play Pokemon Café Mix. It's Pokemon Café Remix after the rebranding they did after the last presentation, actually.
You can try out
it's clearly different.
and quick battles on special days posted on the official Pokemon Unite website.
Isn't this the game that was charging like $40 for costumes?
Right now
US, by the way, not Canadian.
Pokemon
Even more expensive.
I
mean, you played Unite was when Blissey was at it. Last time I played Unite was probably like a couple weeks after it was out. Because like it came out and we covered it on the channel a little bit. They left a mouse cursor on. That's not my mouse cursor, is it? They left a mouse cursor on the screen. Are you kidding me? Look.
While the Pokemon
I swear.
All players can
The last several years has just been like Pokemon delving more and more deep into the realm of unprofessionalism.
All players that log in now will receive commemorative Pokemon Day trainer fashion items.
$40 for Ninetales, jeez. Yeah, I think that was the case for Pokemon like Lucario as well, from what I heard.
Battles in Pokemon Unite. And finally, enjoy a preview of the next Pokemon that is slated to join.
Nobody
Pokemon
cares
Unite
about new Pokemon when you still haven't revealed any new maps.
More content in the future in Pokemon Unite.
Like, how long has this been out now? At least half a year, probably longer.
To share some news about the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games.
What, are you actually gonna ship the parts that you didn't before? Or is it just gonna be like the events or something? I swear if this is gonna be DLC. Yeah, here's the events. Watch the events be DLC. Yeah, so here's Shaman, which people were already clipping to with in-game glitches day one, by the way. This is how broken these games are. I've gotten so many comments on my BDSP video essay of people accusing me of going out of my way to like seek out the glitches and lie about how glitchy the games are. No, that's just the way they played. Yeah, you can stream it again. I don't know if I even want to. Get Oak's letter and... Okay, so it's a mystery gift later today.
After this presentation ends.
Do I want to go do that? Like right after this? Can already get this at Arceus, yeah, as a sword and shield buying bonus.
Next up, we have some news about the Pokemon Legends Arceus game.
Yeah, I know it's pronounced Arceus. I always just say Arceus, but that's me. DLC or something. I still find the models very jarring. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like they would look a lot better with like a black outline of some sort. Kind of like an Okami style kind of thing. Or maybe even something like the 3DS Pokemon games, you know? That's what I feel like. There's Ingo! The person that I plan on commissioning for the thumbnail of Pokemon Legends Arceus video essay is a real big fan of Ingo, so I wonder if I should ask for like an Ingo commission for that. Something I should probably figure out sooner rather than later, because I have started production on the video already. So it's probably gonna be a good idea to actually plan out what the thumbnail's gonna be like. Software update version 1.1 Daybreak. Is it gonna be one of those available later today? Oh, okay. Anybody watching my Legends Arceus series as it goes up would be on like part 31 today, I believe. I've already finished the whole game and it's a 70-part series that goes until April. So if I did like any new content, it wouldn't be if I made like any new parts right now, it wouldn't be part of the series until like April 8th, I believe.
Pokemon Legends Arceus, which will be available to players at no cost.
So, fun fact there.
You'll begin a new investigation into a curious phenomenon that is causing mass outbreaks of Pokemon across the country. You'll also be able to engage in new Pokemon battles together with your ally Pokemon.
Yeah, fight a Raptor with a Warp Ball.
The Daybreak update will be available later after this presentation.
I mean, I can cover these after the presentation. So because my BDSP series is done, I'd show
we'd like to offer you
Arceus Adventure. Because my BDSP playthrough is already done, then, you know, new episodes of BDSP would be able to be uploaded, like, instantly. But because my Legends Arceus series is still happening in full swing and whatnot, and going on over the course of over another month still, any new stuff that's showcased with it, you know, won't be up for a little while. There. Hi!
This series will feature an original storyline.
Wow, what's that game? I sure hope it was the one I was playing. No cost, he must be kidnapped or something? Yeah, imagine.
What did you think? We hope you all look forward to how Pokemon games will continue to evolve in the future. Is that
the presentation?
We've shared with you today the latest information about a variety of our games, but to wrap things up, we'd like to end this presentation by sharing one more video.
Explorers DX, please.
Thank you for tuning in.
I pray to the Pokemon gods. What video games do I need to sacrifice to... Gosh darn, it's probably not gonna be it, is it? It's probably gonna be like some new app, is what this is probably gonna be. Pokemon Dash 2. This is gonna be like some new app. What do you bet? Some new mobile game. I'd bet. Oh, that's actually an even better guess. Detective Pikachu 2. Which means I need to cover Detective Pikachu 1 on the channel already. So that'll be something that we have to do in the near future. That's actually, yeah, that's actually a better guess there. But it's another Game Freak thing. Haven't they been doing enough here? Like, give them some breathing room. The return of Owain Pikachu. Unless they just cast like Ryan Reynolds like the movie. Guys looking for graphical quality, yep. Oh yeah, it's gotta be Detective Pikachu then. There's the coffee. Anybody who's seen the movie and not the game probably doesn't know that the first Detective Pikachu game ended with a cliffhanger actually. Which got me really worried for the movie, worried that it was gonna end on a cliffhanger, but luckily it didn't and actually had like a proper conclusion and such. But it looks better than Arceus does. Well, maybe by a bit. Don't tell me this is a sequel to Legends already. Or is it Gen 9? Oh no. Ah, yikes! Come on, that was hinting towards Detective Pikachu. We had like the investigation, there was the coffee. Detective Pikachu was a really good guess. Oh, that frame rate! Yikes! Oh, come on. Did Legends Arceus basically tell them, yep, people will buy our unfinished games, so let's keep on shipping out more unfinished? Oh no, is it Gen 9? Oh no! How was it not Detective Pikachu 2? Because that very much seems like it was building up towards that, right? Oh no! Shit! Oh no! Late 2022! This can't even be real! Pokemon is such a joke! What? You can't. Are you actually kidding me right now? They ship Pokemon Legends Arceus as an incomplete game that, you know, is barely functional. Like, at least Legends Arceus is a fun game, but it's unfinished and clearly lacking in quality. But because it sold well anyway, I guess they just took that as an indication, like, yep, that's guess that's the go-ahead to go ahead and ship Gen 9 this year in the same unfinished state. Well, Game Freak being Game Freak. What the heck? What the hell? Hold on. Like, hold on. I'll turn it down and such here. But it was obvious that's why Legends had to be released 2 months after BDSP so they could push out Gen 9 this year as well. I was really hoping for like an Explorers DX, especially considering after BDSP and Legends Arceus, if you're gonna do something with like Gen 4 or the Mystery Dungeon, now is the time to do so. Now is the time that it would be like most hip to do so. So if we're getting Gen 9 before Explorers DX, it means that Explorers DX is probably never happening, unfortunately. Because, you know, why would you do that after Gen 9 when you could have done it, you know, while Gen 4 was back to being hip and stuff again? So I take a Game Freak heard quality over quantity, then thought it was the other way around. My goodness. Yeah, it's basically the same level of graphical quality as Legends Arceus, except an even worse frame rate somehow. This looks worse than Sword and Shield in my opinion. Is the thing. I mean, some of the new models have potential now that they are actually taking the time to like redo some of the models. But like, I mean, Gen 9 trailer made you take 100 points of mental damage. How are they doing Gen 9 already? Like the look of that duck bomb, but you don't want this year. Yeah, neither do I. Like, I mean, what happened to the volume, by the way? Oh, it was just quiet and stuff. Yeah, like, Legends Arceus is fun, but it's just not a finished game. Like, it looks like something that would belong on the GameCube, or maybe early Wii era, or something like that. And now this is what this kind of looks like as well. So, oh my goodness, the frame rate. Yeah. This is literally the don't ask questions, consume product, and then consume next product meme. I've never seen that meme before, but, jeez. Like... This looks like an environment made in a game jam that somebody photoshopped characters on top of, is what this looks like. You need a break, Reggie Pup. Yeah. Step outside and breathe a little bit, maybe? Yeah, I agree there, Lancer. Slow down. Holy crap. I was saying during this presentation, like, please do not announce Gen 9, and they announced Gen 9. Hello, Tuxwolf. Yeah, how are you doing today? Not sure about this one, Chief. Now I'm disappointed it wasn't Detective Pikachu 2. I love how they decided that was a frame rate that was presentable. Again, I mentioned it in the BDSP trailer, but if you don't yet have vertical slices akin to what the final product should look like, if we can actually expect that level of frame rate for the final product, then you're not ready to set the release date of your game for later this year. But of course, it's Pokemon, so, you know, with its branding, it's gonna sell well no matter what, just from, like, title alone. So who cares? So, I mean... Yeah, like, I guess there were some Legends Arceus hints like that. Oh, I really don't like the new character looks. The new player character models. I don't like them. But yeah, actually saying now, Gen 9 is definitely not being announced because it's early, but you stand corrected, I guess. Yikes. That does look like that game from elementary school, doesn't it? Like, at least with, with Sword and Shield, I mean, trainers from whatever Pokemon games, you know, are always meant to be, like, kids to some extent, you know? But at least a whole lot of different trainers in Series Pass have been up to interpretation to be, like, across a very different range, you know? Like Sword and Shield, for example, had, like, really well-designed character models from the perspective of, you know, what age they are is very much up to interpretation. Like, this can be they could potentially be kids, teenagers, young adults, whatever the heck. Like, it's up to interpretation there. Or I feel like another one of the best examples of that is the models for Pokemon Black and White, the trainer sprites in that, for example. Like, those ones have got to be like some of my favorite trainers in the Pokemon series in terms of player characters, because it's just like so up to interpretation what age they are. This just straight up looks like they are from elementary school, doesn't it? Like, and yeah, I know the trainers are supposed to be kids in Pokemon games, but I like the idea of playing a character that, you know, I can interpret that character as being, like, closer to my age range, you know, make them feel more personable in that kind of way, make it feel closer to like, hey, I'm playing my character and my own like customized character and stuff like that, rather than like I'm playing some kid, you know. And I feel like that's something that Pokemon has strived for a long time, considering, you know, Pokemon, while it primarily handles its marketing towards children, I'd say that Pokemon is intended for like all age ranges and all audiences at the end of the day. Especially with the Switch, like, bringing more people into the gaming space, especially with the past couple of years of COVID and such. I mean, I like the grass one. The fire one looks like it was a fake Pokemon that someone made, and the duck's kind of cute. But yeah, I imagine they'll probably be customizable, but like, you know, I'll just be customizing some kid there. Well, entry in the Pokemon series releasing worldwide in late 2022. This is such a joke. And also developed by Game Freak. Is this why Legends Arceus got shipped in such an unfinished state? Yeah, the logos definitely aren't exactly the best there, are they? Well, is it just a Zorua? There, well, I print screened that in case I would need to use that. Hold on. Let's see here. Like, my goodness gracious. You know, normally, I'm sure that this has been in development for several years, but normally a game studio is able to have like several years focusing on that project alone. But this is just ridiculous. Literally 30-minute Photoshop job. Violet for you. Don't like red, but you love purple. That's understandable there, Tux, and fitting for your branding. But yeah, hello, Dank Judgment. Looks like you can get to save your buddy unless they turn out much better than they look. Yeah. Ah, man. So, between Legends Arceus and Gen 9, rather than either of them shipping in a graphical state and frame rate quality that would be expected of a AAA game, rather than either of them shipping like that, they'd rather just push them both out in the same year and neither of them actually be finished. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if they just were like, hey, let's delay it to late next year and just like overhaul, you know, the graphics and such. Because so many people, I see it all the time, are just like, oh, Legends Arceus looks the way that it does because that's just what the Switch can handle. No, that's that's not the case there. It's have you ever played things like Metroid Dread, Breath of the Wild, freaking Astral Chain, so many awesome looking games, Xenoblade Chronicles? I'm so hyped for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 later this year. That game looks awesome. But yeah, Dragon Quest Monsters died for this. But yeah, not this year, please. You can't after BDSP. Boy. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what I was expecting from this presentation. I thought no way would they be greedy enough to push out Gen 9 with this presentation. Never mind this year. Clearly I was proven wrong. I do really like this one. That one's really cute. This one's alright. This one just looks like a fake Pokemon. But that one's really cute. I do like you, but man. Man, oh man. Well, because it'll be released on 18th of November, as always. Alright, completely embarrassed, but wait. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to say you've there. You've already completely embarrassed Legends Arceus by uploading Xenoblade Chronicles X each day alongside it. Yeah, because I upload so many videos on a regular basis, I do typically only have, like, 1 or 2 series actually be published to the subscribers feed. Like, I don't know why it's not showing my, you know, my freaking Explorers of Sky series in the videos tab. It just stopped showing that for some reason. But right now, my 2 videos that are getting published to the subscribers feed are Pokemon Legends Arceus and Explorers of Sky, as, like, my 2 published to the subscriber feed series. I don't want to spam people's subscriber feed with, like, 5 videos on, like, a daily basis, since we're also doing things like Assassin's Creed Unity, Elden Ring, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Xenoblade Chronicles X. But yeah, this was a 2015 Wii U game that, that looks freaking gorgeous. Like, we're playing it on PC here rather than Wii U. I might switch to my actual Wii U at some point with some of the weird issues that we've been having. We'll see. But my goodness, it's an absolutely gorgeous game. And then there's Pokemon that just looks like a prototype for a Wii game or a GameCube game or something like that. And it's ridiculous there. But yeah, let's see here. I said it once in the YouTube comments before, but really do feel like Pokemon fans have developed Stockholm Syndrome from continuous psychological abuse and money grubbing. Yeah, I mean, I can't word say. I definitely wouldn't, like, you know, diagnose anybody based on what they like or anything like that, but also, should I turn the Doogie Cam back on? There we go. But yeah, let's see. This is Strike 3, Mystery Dungeon DX, and new snaps saved Sword and Shield, but BDSP Arceus, and this broke the camel's back. It would be great if they could slow down, but I guess Pokemon being a multimedia franchise, they might soon be wrapping up the Gen 8 anime soon. This is pain. Like, when it comes to the speed, one of the things that I think that I discuss in the Legends Arceus video essay that I'm working on right now is the idea that you can handle regular releases for some IP if you handle it in a way where you have multiple different studios working on your different projects. Like, take Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed, for example. They would have multiple different Ubisoft studios working on different Assassin's Creed games, which, you know, anyone who's played a Ubisoft game knows that they're pretty glitchy, so, you know, it's not the best example in the world, I guess. But, still, it was an example of using multiple different studios to handle doing these game projects. So each of these studios on their own would have, like, you know, 3 to 4 years of development completely focused on that game alone, you know? So they had the time to at least make it, you know, a mostly finished game. In that case, they're not completely finished in that example, but still mostly finished. But if you're having annual releases like this, freaking 2 in the same year in this case, all from Game Freak, with the only exception being BDSP, then it's like, my goodness gracious, like, what the heck is going on here? Like, there have got to be some gaming companies, you really amass your craft to make a game so ugly. I feel like they're just so rushed, is what it is at this point, trying to push out these regular releases. Like, imagine if Pokemon was actually, like, Pokemon could handle regular releases in a way that actually has quality behind it. If, you know, it was actually handled by different studios. Like, give other companies the opportunity to work on Pokemon who would be, like, glad to... I can't word say. That would be hyped to have the opportunity. Like, look at projects like Mercury Steam and Metroid Dread, for example. Mercury Steam had pitched to Nintendo a Metroid Fusion remake, and Nintendo was like, we kind of don't want you to do that, but we really like the passion you're showing here. Would you like to do a Metroid 2 remake instead? And they did that, and then went on to make Metroid Dread the next series, the next main series game. And it was really fun. I really liked Metroid Dread. It was pretty cool. So, or there was things like, you know, giving Bandai Namco some of the spin-off games like Pokémon Tournament or new Pokemon Snap, stuff like that. Like, I feel like the IP has a lot of potential in the hands of, like, new developers who would be really passionate about that. Or some of the fans who develop, you know, fan games and stuff like that. Instead of hitting them with the classic Nintendo cease and desist, hire some of them on to work on some of these projects. Wasn't it something like that happened for, like, Sonic Mania with Sega? Or am I losing my mind? Because I could have sworn, like, Sonic Mania, I'm fairly certain, was developed by, like, a younger new development team, and I think some of them were ones that were some of the ones, fans that had developed fan games and such. But I think, even if that's not the case, I'm fairly certain, you know, in the case of, I'm not a big fan of Sonic games myself, but at least Sega with Sonic games looks to fan games that are like, hey, awesome job. Yeah, they're really supportive of their fans. And it's really cool when they give opportunities to, you know, younger new development teams that would love the opportunity to make a game, like they did with Sonic Mania. So imagine what Pokemon would be like in the hands of, you know, a development team that hasn't had the chance to work on it before and would love the opportunity to do so. Like, an example with that would be Mario plus Rabbids, for example. Like, Ubisoft with a lot of their games are very hit or miss a lot of the time. But when Ubisoft got permission to make a Mario game with Mario plus Rabbids, they were like, oh my goodness, this might be the only opportunity we ever get in our lives to make a Mario game. We need to get our crap together and make this a good game. And they did. Like, despite all of Ubisoft's freaking weirdness all the time, they got their crap together for Mario plus Rabbids and made a really awesome game with it. And now I'm really looking forward to Sparks of Hope this year, because the first Mario plus Rabbids game was great. So I really am looking forward to that one. So, like, even if it's just other established companies, like, I'm sure that development teams at other companies, if they had the opportunity to develop Pokemon, would be like, holy crap, this is probably going to be like the one opportunity we have to develop Pokemon. Like, we gotta do right by this and, like, let their passion reflect in that. But the only time that Pokemon's given to anybody but Game Freak, for main series games at least, it's an outsourcing company that's never made a video game before, being Ilka with BDSP. And now we have Game Freak just trying to, like, take on the world. So, like, you know, I'm sure that there's different subsections of Game Freak that are working on these different projects. Like, there was probably a subsection of Game Freak that was working on the Sword and Shield DLC. There's probably a subsection of Game Freak that was working on Legends Arceus. There's probably a subsection of Game Freak working on Scarlet and Violet, or whatever the heck they were called. I think it was that. But, you know, if you can't have your main core team committed to one project, like, looking at the art style of this, I think it's very clear that Legends Arceus and Gen 9 were co-developed at Game Freak. Like, looking at this, it seems pretty evident from what I can tell, you know? Like, this was clearly developed together with Legends Arceus. So, rather than really taking time after the last game release to really expand on the ideas introduced by that, you're just gonna, you know, develop two games together. And, my goodness gracious. It's, yeah, it's just way too soon. But yeah, it shows the fact that one of the new stars is just a duck and a commissar cap. These people got their Spanish region. Is that what this is here? I guess it would be fitting there. I guess it would be. Well. Yeah, I don't like the look of the trainers in this, quite frankly. Best thing you can say about this trailer is that at least looks better than Sword and Shield. Do you think so? I'm a little bit hard pressed for that. Caesar Sheet Fountain, but is it in the game? Good question. Gen 9 will feature a fully movable camera. Fans go crazy. Yeah, imagine. But yeah, let's just see here. Why are you reminded of Mario's Sunshine for the graphics and such? Oh man. If we continue the trend, Gen 10 will probably also cap at 10 FPS. I can't with this anymore. You know, I have the script for my Legends Arceus video essay pretty much done at this point. But now I'm gonna have to, like, rewrite the conclusion to factor in this. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I sort of like the direction that they've gone with, some of the new models. Not all of them. Like, anybody who's seen, like, the Clefairy line in Legends Arceus knows that, you know, some models are a little bit better than others. Also, I can't wait for people to, I can't wait for people to screenshot this right here and go to Twitter to be like, aha! It says terminology is not final content, subject to change without notice, yada yada yada. It may look awful now, but it's gonna look so much better by the time that it's out. In fact, should I do that, like, right now? For funsies? Here. Time to be a Pokemon fan 101. Here we go. Here we go. Let's boopity bop. Let's go ahead and crop that. I'll go ahead and save this. Oh yeah, I've been working on a video essay on something called Pixelmon, which is not the Minecraft mod. It's supposed to be a metaverse NFT game. And believe it or not, the journey that I've been on over the past week and a half doing research into it is actually worse than the modern state of Pokemon. As hard to believe as that might be. It technically is there. Let's call this Entitled 1. And then, and let's see here. let's go ahead and say, here's my going live folder with a bazillion memes. Is the thing. Let's see here. Where is that image that I just saved? Alright, heck yeah. It's totally going to change. It says it's subject to change without. What did it say? It said without. Whoops. Without notice. That means everything is going to be 3,000 times better when it releases. Well, am I a modern era diehard Pokemon fan now? Anyway, also, I've seen a lot of comments here and there from time to time that call me fake Pokemon fan or something like that. Or people go to my Pokemon BDSP video essay and say like, oh, you're too biased. I can't take anything you say seriously. And it's just like, biased how? Also, like, okay, that's a Doogie Cam there. But if I was biased, wouldn't you think I'd be biased in favor of Pokemon? Like, anybody who's seen my room should know that I want this series to be the best it can be. And that me criticizing things is me hoping that it's gonna change and actually be good, because this is clearly something that I'm passionate about. I don't know why I get comments all the time being like, you're a fake Pokemon fan. You're just biased towards wanting to see these games fail. It's like, it's so, my goodness gracious. Yeah, I clearly hate Pokemon, don't I? Yeah, cycle Pokemon releases are almost a scientific rule at this point. It's almost a law. Like, make any more hypotheses that are proven at this point, and you're just gonna have to make it a physical law, huh? Oh, man. You would have taken official Pikachu NFTs over Gen 9? Wait until you see my Pixelmon video essay, and you might have second thoughts. I mean, which is the lesser of two evils, I guess. Oh, man. But yeah, that's been a weird rabbit hole that I've been going down lately. So, between Pixelmon that I've been looking into lately and Pokemon stuff, I could hop into some BDSP to, you know, do that Shaman event, I guess. I love how they're releasing Shaman and not like Darkrai or Arceus or anything like that. Maybe they're doing it later down the line. But yeah. Let's see here. We want the best for Pokemon. That's why we criticize and point out what can be improved. Yeah, because I'd love to actually be able to play a game in the series that I grew up with like this at the same quality of other AAA games, you know? But it seems like that's never gonna happen. Or it's just so behind current trends that, like, by the time I get a 2022 level quality of AAA game, it's probably gonna be 2032, you know? Like, in terms of home console games, it seems that they're like a decade behind. Like, one of the things that, I guess here's a little bit of spoilers for some of my script of the Pokemon Legends Arceus essay, but it feels like they're still developing handheld games. Like, the 3DS actually had some pretty decent power behind it, especially the new 3DS. The new 3DS was able to handle freaking Xenoblade Chronicles, one of the largest games ever made for the Wii. The new 3DS handled Fire Emblem Warriors, which was a game that was released as a pair on the Switch and the 3DS, or the new 3DS exclusive. You could play either or, so the new 3DS had a lot of power behind it. Heck, even things like Monster Hunter Stories, I believe it was, that was available on the regular 3DS, was looking better than Legends Arceus. So, when I look at Legends Arceus, I feel like that would have been an absolutely out-of-the-park handheld game. Like, an absolutely out-of-the-park new 3DS game. If Pokemon Legends Arceus was a new 3DS game, which, considering the other games a new 3DS can handle, if it was optimized well, I could see the new 3DS handling Legends Arceus. It would have been a fantastic new 3DS game. But by home console standards, they're like a decade behind in making such weird quality stuff. Like, it feels like Game Freak is still developing handheld games and doesn't realize that there's a new quality to live up to at this point, because they don't need to. because it's Pokemon and its branding will sell well anyway. There's so many people that go into the comment section of my how Pokemon lost its magic video essay and be like, oh, it clearly hasn't lost its magic because it's still selling well. Which, by the way, the whole argument of that video was that its magic is the customizability and interactability that the series has been famous for that was undermined, but people really like to make and defend their own definition rather than actually rebutting what my definition actually was. But that's neither here nor there. But so many people are just like, high sales numbers, therefore you are wrong. But the thing about, you know, massive brands, especially like Pokemon, which is the highest grossing media IP in the world, is it becomes like a self-serving cycle that continues to grow itself, essentially. Because at this point, Pokemon is such a large IP that, you know, within our Western world here, basically everybody is going to at least know somebody that's really into Pokemon, pretty much. Like, that's how big this IP is. So, with consoles like the Switch doing better and better for themselves, and getting more people into it, especially with the past couple of years of COVID, and with, like, the last many years of the line of what constitutes a gamer continuing to get, like, more and more blurred as more and more people get into it, especially with games on the Switch like Animal Crossing, for example, then somebody could potentially see Pokemon on the shelf and be like, oh, I know so-and-so who's, like, really into Pokemon. Maybe I should give it a shot and try it out. And so they pick it up and wind up doing so. Like, it's such a large name that at this point the quality doesn't matter. By name alone, it's gonna sell well, you know? Like, it's gotten to that point. There's so many IPs out there that have to try their hardest for, like, the smallest shreds of relevancy. But because of how large Pokemon is, you know, it just serves into itself. It just continues the cycle. And it's gotten to a point where making quality has become optional, as I describe at the end of the BDSP essay. Actually delivering a product up to standards of the industry is now optional. It's not a requirement anymore. Because why would it be a requirement? Who do they have to compete with? They are at the top of this kind of game genre. Like, there are some alternatives that you can go to, I guess, like Shin Megami Tensei, like Pixelmon the Minecraft mod, like Pixelmon the freaking scam ripoff NFT thing, which you should not resort to. Don't do that. Like, what other alternatives are there? Would Monster Hunter count? / maybe Monster Hunter Stories, something like that. I don't know. There are technically some alternatives out there. Or there's even, like, fan games, like Pokemon fan games, as long as they haven't gotten hit by the cease and desist. There's games like Temtem, but I've never heard of anybody going to Temtem unless they were explicitly fed up with Pokemon. So, I mean, I don't mean to, like, make any knock to Temtem. I know basically nothing about it, but I swear, anytime I hear anybody going over to that game, it's just because they were pissed off at Pokemon, and, like, I gotta play something that has more passion behind it. I've heard about Pal World. I've never seen anything about it, but I've heard the name around here and there. So there are some alternatives here and there, but are any of them any real significant competition for Pokemon, really? Like, Pokemon is so on top of its game that, you know, it really doesn't have anything that's competing with it. There are some alternatives, sure, but this is so large that they aren't really anything that the Pokemon company really needs to bat an eyelash at in terms of competition, you know? So, like, so they don't have to bother making quality games. They don't have to bother taking time to, you know, really flush out quality games. They can just keep on pumping things out on annual or even twice in the same year kind of basis like this. This is ridiculous. Like, I hope you're doing well today, Carvia. Hi. Like, the journey of Pokemon on the Switch thus far has been so freaking weird. You know? Like with Let's Go, it was like, okay, this is interesting and different, I guess, but it's not really what fans wanted. But hey, I guess it's something new on the side for, like, more casual players that want to get into it, like the Pokemon GO player base and yada yada. Sword and Shield was fun, but it had, you know, some pretty scummy business practices behind it, like Pokemon Home, like the whole Dex issue, like the fact that it had no post-game unless you paid for it, when basically every other previous game had post-game in the main game. like, I thought the DLC of Sword and Shield was fun, but the fact that the game had basically no post-game otherwise was pretty ridiculous. Came to see your reaction before sleeping. Don't tell me you were up all night. Yeah, well, this is the reaction here. You can go back earlier in the stream if you want to see the other stuff there. But yeah, Sword and Shield was fun, but, you know, it's when some quality issues were starting to be called into question, and some business practices were starting to get a bit sketchier, was the thing. And then there was BDSP, which, you know, was given to the outsourcing company that's never made a video game before. And my goodness, those have to be, like, some of the worst Pokemon games in series history. Easily. And then there's Legends Arceus, which, hey, at least it was a fun game and did something new. But, my goodness, it was not a finished game. Especially in terms of graphical quality. But even a lot of gameplay systems just were kind of clunkily. So at least it was on the right track towards doing something new. But it wasn't the thing that, you know, was gonna take the series out of the controversy and the weirdness and stuff. And, you know, and then we have this releasing later in the same year, looking well the way it does, essentially, and with the frame rate that it does. Like, what is that? Freaking 15 FPS, maybe 10 on that last shot. And yet they deem the barely functional frame rate scenes as like, ah, yes, this is the perfect thing to showcase to show off our game. So if that's some of the best stuff that you can show off to showcase your game, that makes me worried about what the state of the actual final game is gonna be. You know, like, it's the front of this house over here. Like, this is the only bit right here that looks 3D, is the window boxes right there. The entire rest of it just looks like a flat texture. This looks like something that I would have made in my grade 7 beginner 3D modeling classes, is what this looks like. Oh, man. Yeah, let's see here. Every Nintendo franchise has one, if not its best iteration on the Switch. And there's Pokemon, yep. Yeah. My goodness gracious. But yeah, Serbi update. The English names for the new starters are Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quoxley. So I assume it's in the order of, like, left to right, right? I would imagine. So that's the names that we have here. Again, I really, really like the look of this one. This one's alright, and this just looks like a fake Pokemon. Like, Gatito is being cat in Spanish, apparently. Huh. Interesting. Well, huh. I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, my good gracious. I am so perplexed by this era of Pokemon on the Switch. The duck looks like Donald Duck. My oh my. Well, I guess it would be fitting to be related to Scrooge McDuck. Firestarter looks like Barney. My oh my, like weird derpy Barney. It looks like Barney had a kid with Skyward Swords the Imprisoned, is what it almost looks like. But that's just my take there. Am I gonna have to pull out the Master Sword and seal you away once again beneath the sealed grounds? Give you an hour, your Mycozora look just like the grass starter. I don't even know what to say. Like, Again, you can yeah, alright, have a good sleep there, Carvia. But guys, every gen is 3 years long. It was meant to happen right now. Yeah. Yeah. My goodness gracious. One of the things that I was thinking about mentioning is, like, I know that there is gonna be a lot of people that flame me for this when this is uploaded as a video afterwards. Like, I know that 100% guaranteed. But you know, there's gotta be a point where you just take a step back to look at the state of this compared to virtually any other AAA game on the Switch and just be like, something's not right here. Like something isn't quite fitting. But I just feel like it's so easy for people to look at something and be like, wow, this is so much better than it actually is, just because it feels good to say so. Like, I talked about it a little bit in my opinions on video games essay, which is basically the closest thing I'm probably ever gonna have to like a comment response video. And I talk about how games, we don't treat them like products being sold. We treat them like cultural and social and cultural impactors on our lives, because, you know, we glean things from them. We incorporate them into our lives in a way. So these aren't products being sold from most people's perspective. From most people's perspective, these are social and cultural impactors. And those can be really, really impactful. So when one that's like really important to you, man, this looks like somebody tried to make like, a fan mod for like a new battle place for Pokémon Tournament. This looks like a Pokémon Tournament fan mod that hasn't had the time to be flushed out yet, is what this looks like. A battle arena of that. Anyway, because they are social and cultural impactors, and some of us will incorporate so much of them into our lives, it can feel good to have the mentality that, you know, it's perfect, everything is great the way it is, there's no problems here, and thus you have people accusing me of faking the glitches in my BDSP video essay, or going out of my way to seek them out when that's not even close to the truth. You have people being like, oh, you're wrong and biased, I win by, and stuff like that. Like,
variety of our games, but thank you.
I just feel like if something is really, really impactful to you, it can just feel really good to keep up the mentality of, hey, this is perfect, you know, or like everything is great, because then you can keep on being as passionate about it as you are, and this social and cultural impactor on your life can keep on being like the absolutely wonderful, perfect thing that is, you know, even if that is neglecting that really may not be the case. Also, what is with this trailer? Why is there like some police officer investigating and discovering Generation 9 of Pokemon? Like, is this what actually happened when Generation 9 of Pokemon was discovered? Is somebody reports into the police like, there's like some strange noises coming from like the nearby museum or something like that. So some police officer goes in to investigate and it's like, oh, there might be something suspicious here. Let's go ahead and check in here. What is that? The bright, or wait, hold on. When it does this in a hot second, when it does the bright light, he's like, oh no, the bright light! Generation 9 Pokemon! No! This is worse than I could have imagined. I'm locked in. This is like the start of a horror movie. The door literally closes on him after he goes into here. This is literally the start of a horror film. Except instead of a vicious monster, it's Gen 9 Pokemon. That's gonna freaking ship another incomplete game to make another quick, easy buck. Yeah, that looked like it would have been a Detective Pikachu kind of thing. What is with the theming of the police officer? I don't get it. Gen 9 Pokemon is a vicious monster. Oh boy. Man, Japanese people don't question their commercials. But yeah, it was cheaper just to film a dude than to actually create special effects. Yeah, all of the, I was about to say all the budget went into the game, but that's clearly not true. All the budget went into creating merchandise probably closer to the truth. Like, it's clear that not a whole lot of the budget went into the marketing. Not a whole lot of time / budget went into the video game. All the budget probably was gone into allocating for merchandise, I guess. Yeah, apparently the region's based off Spain, huh? I honestly would have found it a bit more interesting to be based off of, like, Latin America for Spanish, but alas. Spain works too, I guess. When I took my 3 years of beginner Spanish in high school, we focused mostly on Latin America and Latin American Spanish rather than, like, Spain and Spain Spanish. And one of the interesting things that I heard about Spain is apparently a lot of people from Spain are like really, really racist towards Latin American Spanish people because they kind of see them as the people that they conquered long ago, which is really messed up. But that's one of the things that I learned from that class is apparently that's a big racism issue there. But I would have honestly preferred to see like Latin America than Spain, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do, I guess. But probably one of the pockets of the executives. Yo, that's also kind of what's happened here with this like video essay that I've been working on for Pixelmon, which I was not planning on looking into and doing a video essay on, but I got tipped off about this subject, and it's something that like barely anybody knows about. So here's another project sort of related to Pokemon that has well gone in a very interesting direction like that, let's just say. And I think it's slightly longer than my BDSP video essay. So whoops. This is supposed to be a shorter form video essay and then this happened, but hey, it's neither here nor there. But yeah, the budget went into the game. Yeah, that's if only. If only. But yeah, let's see here. Hello, Attack Titan. Hope you're doing well today. What do you think of the, I assume that's supposed to say, of the graphics? It just looks like Legends Arceus, unfinished, is all it is. Can't wait for Gen 9. Already know what you're going for on Thursday. You put those games on pre-order. Hello, Tish Facey. But why? But why, though? I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean, like, for real. Because it just looks unfinished, just like the last several games have been, is the thing. Like, they can ship out so many games, but the question is, can they actually ship a finished game? Or something that's up to the standards of, like, any other AAA quality game on the Switch, you know? Like, this literally looks like something that, at best, is early era Wii U. At the very best, I feel like. And even then, it's kind of sketchy. Like, that frame rate, jeez. It hasn't even been 2 months. It's been 1 month, is what it's been. It's been 30 days. You know how I know that? Because I have 30 episodes of Pokemon Legends Arceus uploaded right now, or published right now. It hasn't even been 2 months. It's been 1 month. It's been like 1 month and 1 or 2 days or something like that is a thing. Because I guess there was 1 day of, you know, streaming it without uploading it. Or was there? Did I upload the first video on the day it came out? It's been 1 month and either 1 or 2 days. It's been 31 or 32 days. One of the two. And they're already announcing Gen 9. So, a month after they pushed out their last unfinished game, they already released the next big game that looks like it's in the same unfinished state. But yeah, looks kind of like Sun and Moon if it were on the Switch, a mixture of BDSP and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It just looks like Legends Arceus to me. Like, I just look at this and I just see Legends Arceus. Is all I see. Like, this just looks like Legends Arceus. Quite frankly. So, I mean, hold on. Whoa, wait here. And it looks like just like Legends Arceus, it has the issue of things in the distance having the frame rate of something that looks like it'd be run on a toaster. Look at these windmills here. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't think this looks like any improvement over Legends Arceus. This just looks the exact same to me. Like, maybe very slightly, but it's a bit of a stretch, I feel like. My good gracious. Best frame rate ever! My goodness, remember, this is the system that can also run Witcher 3, Dragon Quest 11, Skyrim, and Breath of the Wild. Yep. Yep. And yet, this is what Pokemon pushes out. Was it all just a bad dream? I can't with this. Also, you know, I was about to ask, should we put in BDSP and do the Shaman event? But just now occurred to me that I can't. I don't even have the cartridge anymore. I lent it out to my little cousin, who has it right now. So I was about to propose potentially hopping into BDSP after this and doing that Shaman event. But I don't even have the cartridge anymore. So I literally have an excuse not to hop into that game anymore. Which honestly, thank goodness, but I mean... What was the thing that they released in Legends, though? Should we showcase that? There was like some update that came out for Legends. I do still have my cartridge for Legends. Is the thing, though. So I could always do that. Yeah, so there's Shaman. So, let's see here. They say that this was coming, available later today. So is it even available right now? Or is it sometime later? Conspiracy theory, the Switch cannot handle anything better. Yeah, that's the case there. Where's my DVD stream playlist? Where is it? I have a bazillion tabs open. Holy crap. Let's see here. Let's get some chill tunes going. Is what we shall do here. Let's put on sure. Let's go ahead and do this. This is my DBD stream playlist, even though I don't stream DBD anymore. But it's still called the DBD stream playlist. Let's just put that on, starting out with some of Kamex's Planet Wisp. Hella chill stuff. DSA Arceus so far away now, yeah. Let's put in Legends Arceus and see if this is available right now or if it's later. Let's see here. Also, I've been wearing my winter jacket this entire time, is worth mentioning, because I've just been really cold. So there's that. Let's grab my Switch here, which is like super up forward there. Let's see here. So Smash is in there right now. Let's go ahead and put in Legends Arceus here. Yeah, Zoro actually looks quite good. You did a recolor in that style of that new starter. Like, hold on. Let's see here. If I go to options and I go to software update via the internet or via whatever pronunciation you want to use. Oh, it's downloading it. Gosh dang it. Where did I put the top cover of my Switch game case? Here it is. Jeez. Should we switch to that? Should we switch to that? Well, let's go ahead and put this into the thingamabob. Guess we're doing Pokemon Legends Arceus. But yeah. It just looks like Legends Arceus to me. But I mean, yeah, let's hop into Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think I don't have my Pokemon Legends Arceus folder open anymore because that playthrough was finished, was a thing here. But I'm fairly certain we were on like part 70 and stream, what would this be, I wonder? We'd be on stream 7. No, wait, we'd be on stream 8, I think. Yeah, we'd be on stream 8 actually. And yeah, it was 70 parts. So let's see here. I'm gonna change the stream title to trying out the new Daybreak content, I guess. And this should be stream 10 now, right? Or wait, no, did I get things mixed up? No, this is stream 8. What? Gosh dang it. I was just saying that, like, not that long ago. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let's, turn off display capture, how about? There we go, version 1.1. Don't ask why Skyward Sword HD was recently in my Switch. Don't ask about that. But yeah, continuing to play Pokemon games is just torture at this point. BDSP was your last game. I wouldn't have picked up BDSP or Legends Arceus if I wasn't a content creator. I just picked them up for review purposes. And hey, at least there was some fun to be had with Legends Arceus. At least it's a fun game. It's just not made well. is the thing. All right, I'll go ahead and switch my input over. Probably gonna skip Gen 9 though. Wait for the next remake made in the style of Gen 9. Yeah, well, hopefully it's not handled like BDSP was. Imagine playing Pokemon on the Switch, couldn't be you, yeah. But yeah, also, so anybody watching this on YouTube after the fact, I guess this is gonna be where the discussion of the Presents wraps up and we switch into Pokemon Legends Arceus. As I was mentioning earlier, I've already done so much Pokemon Legends Arceus that the playthrough is actually finished now, which goes all the way up until part 70, but because I only publish one video a day, it's only on like part 31 or something like that right now in terms of uploads, even though it's scheduled to go up until like April 7th with you know, part 70 being the finale part, so the main playthrough is already done. So anybody that wants to tune into like the new content that I'm doing right now instead of waiting until April for that point in the series, just go like click down in the description below for you know, just tuning into the original VOD is what you can do there. So yeah, I guess we'll hop into that. Wow, I guess this is perfectly timed to just listen to that one theme. Wow. But yeah, Sword and Shield was your last Pokemon. Yeah, it would have been for me as well if I wasn't a content creator. Yeah, so